Good morning, students. In the last lecture, we started the lesson Madam Rides the Bus. Today, we will study the next part of this lesson. But before we start, let's summarize what we have already read. Madam Rides the Bus is the story of an 8-year-old girl, Valli. She was a wonderful girl. She was a mature, clever, practical, and self respecting beyond her age. Standing in the front doorway and watching what was happening outside was her favorite pastime. And she used to watch a bus which came and went 2 times in an hour through her street. She was a great planner and she saved some money to enjoy her first bus journey. During her first bus journey, Valli was full of enthusiasm and excitement. She enjoyed the landscape, the canal, the palm trees, forests, distant mountains, green fields stretching out as far as her eye could see. She did not want her to be addressed as a child. She was so confident and she wanted that she should be called Madam. Now we will study the next part, how her journey completed and what happens next in the journey. Let's see. Her first journey, what careful, painstaking, elaborate plans she had to make for it. Now, as it was her first journey and she was just 8 years old, she carefully planned her journey and she did some elaborate plans. She made a detailed plan for that. She had thriftily saved whatever stray coins came her way, and she had thriftily, because 30 paisa for one side journey, that was too much for her, so she had to save that money and she spent the money carefully so that she could save, and resisting every temptation to buy peppermints, toys, balloons and the like, and finally she had saved a total of 60 paisa. So as a child she wanted all such things like peppermints or balloons or anything else, but she just resisted all that. She did not like, just controlled all these things and she saved money, and ultimately she was able to save 60 paisa. How difficult it had been, particularly that day at the village fair, but she had resolutely stifled a strong desire to ride the merry-go-round even though she had the money. How difficult it had been, particularly that day. There was a fair in her village a few days back, but she had resolutely stifled. Resolutely stifled means she controlled her desire to ride the merry-go-round even though she had money, but she just resisted that and she saved money for that first journey. After she had enough money saved, her next problem was how to slip out of the house without her mother's knowledge. So now the next thing was that how to get out of the house without the knowledge of her mother, because nobody would allow an 8-year-old girl for a bus journey. But she managed this without too much difficulty. How did she manage all that? Every day after lunch, her mother would nap from about 1 to 4 or so. So every day after the lunch, her mother would sleep in the afternoon from 1 to 4. And Valli always used these hours for her excursions as she stood looking from the doorway of her house. And that was the time Valli had no restrictions. So she just enjoyed watching outside at the door, or she would also enjoy her small trips, excursions, like in some time even ventured out into the village today, and these same hours could be used for her first excursion outside the village. And she ventured into during that time she sometime went cautiously, courageously into the village. Now what she thought, that today the same hours 1 to 4 could be used for her excursion outside the village. The bus rolled on, now cutting across a bare landscape, now rushing through a tiny hamlet, or past an odd way out wayside shop. So now bus, as in the bus journey, the bus rolled on, that started, and now cutting across a bare landscape that was having no trees, now rushing through a tiny hamlet, sometime moving through a village, a small village, or past an old wayside shop, or sometimes some shops are there on the sides. So she enjoyed watching all that. Sometimes the bus seemed on the point of gobbling up another vehicle that was coming towards them, or a pedestrian crossing the road. Sometime what happened, that even the on the way, sometime it seemed that the bus that was coming from the front side, that would gobble up, that would swallow up the other vehicle, or that would hit with the other vehicle, but it moved safely and was coming towards them, or a pedestrian crossing the road. Sometime that would gobble a pedestrian, means that would hit a pedestrian, those who are walking on the road. But somehow it passed on smoothly. But the bus passed on smoothly, leaving all obstacles safely behind, and leaving all the obstacles, all the challenges, all the difficulties behind. Trees came running towards them, but then stopped as the bus reached them, and simply stood there helpless for a moment by the side of the road before rushing away in the other direction. And as we move in the bus or train, and what it looks like, that all the trees are moving. So same experience she was feeling, that all the trees, they seemed that they were running towards, but as the bus stopped, they simply stood there helpless for a moment by the side of the road, and then when the bus moved, they seem to move in the opposite direction. So that all we have already seen. Suddenly Valli clapped her hands with glee. Suddenly Valli was very happy to see some scene. A young cow, tall, high in the air, was running very fast right in the middle of the road. So now what Valli saw, that a young cow, very tall, high in the air, was running very fast. It was running very fast in the middle of the road, right in front of the bus. A cow was running just in front of the bus. The bus slowed to a crawl. Now the bus slowed down, and the driver sounded his horn loudly again and again. Now driver honked his horn again and again so that the cow should move aside. But the more he honked, the more frightful the animal became, and the faster it galloped, always right in front of the bus. And more the driver put his hand on the horn, he honked the horn, and the animal became frightened and again came in front of the bus. Somehow this was very funny to Valli. This scene was really funny for Valli. She laughed and laughed until there were tears in her eyes, and she kept on laughing and there were tears in her eyes. "Hey lady, haven't you laughed enough?" called the conductor. Now conductor asked her, lady, that girl, lady, and he called her lady now, not a child, that you are laughing enough, better save some for tomorrow. You should stop laughing now, save it for some for tomorrow. At last, the cow moved off the road. Now the cow moved off the road, and soon the bus came to a railroad crossing. And on the way, now it came near a railroad crossing. A speck of a train could be seen in the distance. Speck means a very tiny, small train could be seen in the distance, growing bigger and bigger as it drew near. And as it came nearer and near, it grew bigger. Then it rushed past the crossing gate with a tremendous roar and rattle. And as we see, when the train passes, it creates a loud sound, roar and rattle. Okay, and it creates a loud sound. So it passed with a loud sound, shaking the bus, and the bus also started shaking. Then the bus went on and passed the train station. Then bus started moving again and passed the train station. From there, it traversed a busy, well laid out shopping street, and turning, entered a wider thoroughfare. So now from there it transversed. Transferred is actually a word. Transferred is, that is set crosswise. It transferred a busy laid out shopping street. Transferred means कि cross set. It is not in a straight line but crossing. There was a busy shopping street and then turning the bus turned and entered a wider thoroughfare. और फिर एक बहुत बड़े रास्ते पे आ गई. Such big bright looking shops. So there were such big shops. What glittering display of clothes. Glittering means shining. Glittering display of clothes and other merchandise. Other items were there. Such big crowd. So there was a big crowd in the market. Struck dumb with wonder, Valli gaped at everything. Now her mouth wide open. She was wondering at all these things. Then the bus stopped and everyone got off except Valli. Now the bus stopped reached at the stoppage and everyone got off the bus except Valli. But Valli did not got off. वो नीचे नहीं उतरी. Hey lady, said the conductor, aren't you ready to get off? Why are you not going out? This is as far as your 30 paisa takes you. Now you have reached your stoppage, your 30 paisa is over, your fare is over, now you should get down. No, Valli said, I am going back on this same bus. Now Valli said that I am going back in the same bus. She took another 30 paisa from her pocket and handed the coins to the conductor. And she took another 30 paisa, because she had already got 60 paisa, so she took out 30 paisa from her pocket and handed it over to the conductor and said, I will go back by the same bus. Why? Is something the matter? Is anything wrong? Why you want to stop there? No, nothing the matter. I just felt like having a bus ride, that's all. Nothing, there is nothing, but I just wanted to ride on the bus and that's all. Now I want to go back. Don't you want to have a look at the sights now that you are here? Why don't you have a look at the market and you don't look at the things outside there? Why don't you want to get down? All by myself. Oh, I would be much too afraid. Now he said. What the girl said. Me myself. Why? How I can go out? How I can enjoy outside? I am a small girl and I would be much too afraid. So I would be afraid to go outside without my parents. Greatly amused by the girl's way of speaking. Now he was greatly surprised the way, because already before that she was showing so much confidence, and now she said that I can't go alone. And the conductor said, but you weren't afraid to come in the bus. Then why you are afraid to go out in the market? You were not afraid to come in the bus. Nothing to be afraid of about that. She answered, because she kept on watching the bus every day going and coming, and that's why she was confident that she could travel. But she was afraid of going alone in the market. And she said that there is nothing to be afraid to go in the travel in the bus, but I don't want to go in the market. Well, then why not go to that stall over there and have something to drink? Okay, you don't want to go in the market, but let's go to that stall and have some drink. Nothing to be afraid of about that either. There is nothing to be afraid of that. Oh no, I couldn't do that. Now what she said that I couldn't drink anything. Well then, let me bring you a cold drink. So then conductor asked her to have a cold drink. He would bring a cold drink for her. Now, no, I don't have enough money. Just give me my ticket, that's all. So now she told the conductor that she did not have enough money for that cold drink. So now what the conductor said, he was also a gentleman. He said, it will be my treat and not cost you anything. So now the conductor said that you don't need to pay the money, but I will pay. It will be a treat from my side. No. She was so self-respecting that she said, no, she said firmly, please no, I don't want any drink. The conductor shrugged. He moved his shoulder that he could not understand that why she reacted that way, and they waited until it was time for the bus to begin the return journey. Now after a break, after 10-15 minutes, the bus started its return journey, and again there weren't many passengers, only 5-6 passengers again they were in the bus, and the bus started back. Now the next one, it is given, want your mother be looking for you? The conductor asked when he gave the girl her ticket. Now the conductor asked her that your mother would be looking for you. She would be finding you, that where you have gone for much time, that you 1 or 2 hours you have already spent in the bus. So he said, what the girl said, no one will be looking for me. She said, no one would be looking for me. The bus started, and again there were the same wonderful sights, again the same scenery, same scenes, landscape, canal, everything was there on the way. Valli was not bored at the slightest. Valli was not even at the slightest, she was bored, and greeted everything with the same excitement she had felt the first time, as she had seen for the first time. Again in the return journey she was so much excited. But suddenly she saw a young cow lying dead by the roadside. But suddenly what she saw, that a young cow was lying dead by the roadside, just where it had been struck by some fast moving vehicle, or maybe it had been struck with some fast moving vehicle and it was lying dead on the road. Now she asked the conductor, isn't that the same cow that ran in front of the bus on our trip to town? So now what she asked the conductor, that isn't it the same cow that came on the way of the bus when we were going to the town? The conductor nodded. He said yes, and she was overcome with sadness. Now she became sad. As I told you in the beginning, that it is a sensitive story, because now it is her first experience with death also, and she was overcome with sadness. What had been a lovable, beautiful creature just as a little while ago had now suddenly lost its charm and its life, and looked so horrible, so frightening, as it lay there, legs spread-eagled, a fixed stare in his lifeless eyes, blood all over. So now what she thought, that it was a lovable, beautiful creature just a little while ago, and now it was lying dead, looking so horrible, so frightening, and its legs spread out, and there was no life in the eyes, and blood was spread all around. So it was a really terrible scene. The bus moved on. The bus again moved. The memory of the dead cow haunted her, dampening her enthusiasm. Now the memory of that dead cow, that was in her mind, and she lost her enthusiasm of travelling back. And she no longer wanted to look outside the window, and now she did not look outside the window. She did not enjoy any scenery there. She sat thus glued to her seat. Now she sat glued to her seat. ग्लूड में चिपक के बैठी रही, मतलब वो हिली नहीं अपनी सीट से, कुछ खड़ी नहीं हुई, देखा नहीं बाहर, until the bus reached her village at 3:40, and at 3:40 the bus reached her village. She stood up and stretched herself. Then she turned to the conductor and said, well sir, I hope to see you again. She stood up, stretched herself, and then she thanked the conductor that she would be travelling again in the bus. Okay madam, he answered her, smiling, whenever you feel like a bus ride, come and join us. Don't forget to bring your fare. And okay madam, you can travel anytime you want and come and join us, but don't forget to bring your fare. Okay. She laughed and jumped down from the bus. Then away she went, running straight for home. And after that she just laughed and smiled and went down and went straight to her home. When she entered her house, she found her mother awake and talking to one of the Valli's aunts, the one from South Street. Now when she entered her house, what she found, that her mother was already awakened, and she was talking to one of her friends, and she was Valli's aunt from the South Street. This aunt was a real chatterbox, never closing her mouth once she started talking, and her aunt was a real chatterbox, बहुत टॉकेटिव थी and she kept on talking all the time. And where have you been, said her aunt when Valli came in. And her aunt asked Valli that where she had been, कहाँ गई थी वो. And she spoke very casually, not expecting a reply. And aunt spoke very casually and she was not expecting any reply from Valli. So Valli just smiled and her mother and aunt went on with their conversation. And after that again Valli's mother and her aunt, they started their conversation. Yes, you are right, her mother said. So many things in our midst and in the world outside. As they were talking on some point, so her mother said that there are so many things in our midst, हमारे आसपास भी हो रही हैं, and the world outside. How can we possibly know about everything? हम हर चीज़ के बारे में कैसे जान सकते हैं? And even when we don't know something, we often can't understand it completely. तो अगर हमें पता भी हो तब भी हम उसको हर चीज़ को हम पता नहीं लगा सकते. And even when we don't know something, we can't understand it completely. And if we don't know anything, we can't understand also. So, oh yes, breathed Valli. Now Valli was in doubt that whether her mother came to know about her or not, because she was talking in that sense. But now she was relaxed that she was talking in a general sense. And what asked her mother, what's that you say? क्या बातें हमें तो you know what we are talking about? How you said oh yes? So oh, said Valli, I was just agreeing with what you said about things happening without our knowledge. So I was just agreeing on your point that sometimes the things happen without our knowledge and we don't know even. So I was just agreeing on this point. I don't mean anything else. Just a chit of a girl she is, said her aunt. And yet look how she pokes her nose in our conversation. What a small girl she is, and she pokes her nose. Pokes her nose means takes interest on something that does not concern her. मतलब उसके मतलब की बात भी नहीं हो रही है और फिर भी वो हमारी कॉन्वर्सेशन में वो कर रही है, इंटरप्ट कर रही है. Just as though she were a grown-up lady. Valli smiled to herself. Now Valli knew why she was smiling. Okay, because she had already had a secret that she had traveled in the bus in the afternoon, but she smiled in herself. She did not want them to understand her smile. Then there wasn't much chance of that was there. So now there was no chance. Nobody knew that she had traveled in the bus, and that's why she completed her first bus journey without being known by others, and she enjoyed it. She was very happy, and she also in the return journey she also had a sensitive experience, that her experience of life and death. So this is what the story is, that how she enjoys her first bus journey, and what experiences she had and how it is all about. So this is the story. Now if we talk about the theme of this lesson, so theme is also, it's all about the story, okay, and it is of the journey. She planned her bus journey, that how she meticulously planned her journey, and how she saved the money also, okay, and she was so self-respecting that she did not take cold drink offered by the conductor, and she wanted her to be called madam, not a child. She was so confident about herself. So this is what the theme of this message of this story, okay, that how this all can happen. But children, it is just a story, it's a fiction, not a real story. So don't try such things without the knowledge of your parents. This doesn't mean that you should not share your things with your parents. Rather, share all things with your parents. It's just a fiction to show the confidence of a small girl, but it is not a real story. So we should never try such things of our own. Okay? So this is what all about this lesson. With that, thank you.